Doing absolutely fantastic. So we all got a little bit of, well, I didn't really get a scare, I have to be honest, but you know, we got a little bit of a shake and a bump. I was just wondering, I sent a message to my regression hypnosis client that's coming tomorrow, and it sort of wasn't going through. And you know, I was still making a birthday card for my nephew because it's his birthday today, and it suddenly didn't go through. It's like, God, it's so strange. But so let's check out for you, say next 24 hours, all different zodiac signs. Let's see what we got for you, how things are affecting you. But, you know, before we get into any of those things, what I just want to, you know, what I want to encourage you to do, and what I want to encourage you to do so strongly is to see what happens as a positive change. This is all part of the shift, you know. So when you sort of think, oh yeah, just in case the sound is scratchy, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to earphones, into headphones. I was already in bed, but I felt this, I just felt this energy come through, so I had to share it with y'all. But the thing to understand also, just before I get into this, because sometimes we look at tarot readings as that definitive guidance, and you know, as one of my favorite psychics like to say, Colette Baron Reed, you know, it's like a weather report. What you do with it is up to you, you know. It's not that personal, it's not like a personal reading where we're kind of looking into your sort of business. But take what resonates, take what's for your soul, take what is going to serve you in a positive way, and just leave the rest, you know. Sometimes we're ready to hear something now, and then, you know, at a later stage, maybe we're not ready, or vice versa, you know. So sometimes, I mean, as humans, we are ever evolving, all right? But here's the incredible thing, and this is the thing that I like so much, is about everything that's happening at the moment. And I know that the world seems very scary right now, but what I want to sort of like bring to your attention is that when you think about it, so everything is linear and everything exists at the same time. All right. Now, let's just think about that for a moment, if you will, with me, please. So, so this is what you have. And when we change the past, so when you speak about something like past life regression, you know, like in regression hypnosis therapy, effectively what you're doing, you are simultaneously existing but what we see maybe as a previous life. So you go to that life, you heal in that life, but what you do there in that past affects the present, affects the now, because the now is created from the past. So if the past is different, then the now also becomes different, and that changes the future. And when you're in the future, you perceive your past differently, which means, again, it's, you know, it's a whole different shift thing. So what I'm just trying to say with that is, don't buy into the fear. Okay, I know that it's easy, and I know that it can happen. There's actually a video that I would recommend that you watch that might help you quite a lot. It's a YouTube video. It's on the Quantum Healers page, and Quantum Healers is two words, and it's called "It's Gonna Be Huge" or "It's Going to Be Huge." It is really really amazing. I would highly recommend you go and take a look in there, and that is why I love doing regression hypnosis, and that's why I'm so proud of doing it, because it's a wonderful thing. You know, it helps with inner healing and trauma release and all of those type of things. But that is not what we are here for. We are here for my baby that I've been with for like 20 years, Tarochi. We're here for tarot, okay? So, my beautiful natural citrine. I bought it from the store in Joburg, Johannesburg. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. But it's this beautiful store in Johannesburg. I stayed in Johannesburg for about 2.5 months, and then I came back to Cape Town. It was a little wild for me, but it's a beautiful place, and the people are amazing. It's that mall. It's a mall in Rosebank. But anyway, so let's look at your tarot. And you guys, you know how much I love this crystal. This crystal, my Reiki master, my first Reiki teacher, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful teacher, gave me that rock the one day. I held it in my hands, and she walked out the room, and I had this profound connection with Source. It was actually like Jesus energy. Oh, it was so amazing. Okay, so let's see what we got for Aries. So Aries, you've got the devil. So this is release. Now don't get all spooked about the fact that it's the devil. It's all okay. People get very nervous when they see this card, but there's absolutely no need to get nervous. The devil is it's about release. Now remember, there's a whole retrograde vibe going on at the moment. So that's the one thing. And then we're also getting towards eclipse season, which is almost like magical season. But remember, before you can sort of like enjoy the magic, you need to, in a sense, um, be like a good candidate for it. You know, like if you're going to go to the ball, then, you know, you obviously need to go home and you need to have a nice shower and you obviously want to dress up and that sort of thing, as opposed to maybe going like the pub down the road. So, this card for you, Aries, this is speaking about the things that are holding you back. There are things that are holding you back, and I feel for many of you, you know what these things are that are holding you back. Well, you've got time to think about them now, because, and this is how the universe works, you know. And I didn't say this in the beginning of the reading, but I think there might be a message for everyone in every single reading here, even though I'll put on timestamps when I'm done with this. But I think there could be a message here for everyone because I feel this energy so strongly. It is so amazing. It's like it's like I can shout and scream. It's so amazing. But Aries, sorry guys, um, there is there's great release that is being offered here to you. Okay, you use this time that you've been given with this whole social media thing dropping, because remember, it's not it's going to be a quick reset most probably. You know what I'm saying? So use the time that to go inside. Use the time to go inside and to really have that honest conversation with yourself, to look yourself in your own eyes in the mirror, and you know, to really look in your own eyes and to say, what is it that you want, and what is it that you are prepared to give up for what is it that you want. And when I mean what it is that you are prepared to give up, Aries, this is in essence, what are the things that you are holding on to that you know that are bad for you? You know that those things are not good for you. You maybe know those people are not good for you. That job isn't good for you. That place of accommodation isn't good for you. That mindset, that point of view isn't good for you. It's not good for your soul. It's not helping you at all. It's time to let go of that, because at the other end of this is freedom. You know, yes, you know, the path seems very challenging to walk sometimes. Definitely, it's not always the easiest thing in the world. And you know, I'm like one of those people. I'm going to tell you straight, healing is not it's not sexy business. It really isn't. You know, it can be very challenging. And um, sometimes when we think we have mastered something, it sort of comes back again, you know. So it's like a triple threat basically. But the alternative, and I mean, I speak from experience because I used to be a very dark person and I used to be incredibly unhappy. I mean, I practically killed myself. I was very unhappy. I didn't want to love. Um, but when I realized that I was the one that was holding myself back and I started to do the work, that is how my life started to change, and that is what I like to help other people with, you know. Because the more we grow together, the more collective consciousness grows. But it does mean that we sometimes have to have that conversation with ourselves. Now, it's about taking ownership for the things in your life that is your responsibility, you know. And it's not always easy to think of it like that. And yeah, this is for Aries, but this is for everybody else as well. You know, it's not always easy to have to admit that whatever happened in your life must have been your fault. Um, but when we look at that, and I think the misconception with it sometimes when we look at patterns, for example, is that we've got generational patterning. 99.9% of who you are is just what you've been taught who to be from the previous generation, and there's no point in blaming them because they learned it from the previous one and the previous one and the previous one. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's time to release that now. And that sometimes means that we have to take a hard and honest look at ourselves in the mirror, and you need to have that conversation with yourself. You know, you know when somebody really loves you and they come and have a conversation with you, um, and they're letting you know that your ways are not serving you in the best possible way, and they do it in a very straightforward way, in a very strict way, semi-cold way, but there's still love there. The intention behind it is for you to live your greatest good. And this is your invitation right now. Do not fill the space that's just being created for you with something else, because that is what the ego does. You know, suddenly let's say, for example, this would be the time at night that you're laying in your bed, or depending on where you are in the world, because I'm in Cape Town in South Africa and it's 10:30 in the evening now. But wherever you are, so if you use social media a lot, there's certain things that you would be doing in that time. Um, but the moment that goes away, we sometimes get bored, and then we quickly find something else to do. Like we did, a lot of humans, myself definitely included, did this a lot. For example, during the lockdown, we suddenly had so much time, and then you start filling it up with other sort of stuff. Okay, so be careful of doing that. Take the space that has been created, and sometimes, sorry, let me just say this. So here's the thing about Earth. Earth it's a living entity, it's a living being. Think of it as a bigger cycle and we a smaller cycle inside of the cycle. And you maybe have like a cat or a plant, and that maybe is a shorter cycle within your larger cycle. So the whole thing flows together. All right. The other end, the other side, the end result of this Aries is joy, is happiness, is freedom. So that's why I was going with that whole thing about healing isn't always nice. But the alternative really, really sucks. Because when you don't heal your patterns, it means that they run you. And, you know, I need everybody to understand. I say this from love, so please let's accept it like that. But we have to let the past go. You know, whether it is race and color, or I don't even know, slavery, oppression, all of those type of things. We gotta let it go. All right, because in my own personal life, things like that held me back for many, many years. Many, many years. I couldn't make money for so many. Well, I could always make money, I could never hold on to the money. And that happened for me many, many years. And when I was studying regression hypnosis in 2018, one of the exercises I did blew my mind away. And I realized the reason why I don't have money is because I don't believe that people who have money are nice people. And I prefer being nice. I prefer having respect. I prefer to be decent. And because I had a core belief within myself that people who have money are not nice people, I could make the money easily, but I could never keep it. And that's how your beliefs can actually work with you. So those are the things that we're talking about releasing Aries. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do a collective message at the end as well. I get the feeling this is gonna go on for much longer than I initially anticipated, but I teach these techniques, like mind unlocking techniques and psychic development. Because here's the thing with psychic development. Sorry, Taurus, just before I start your thing. Here's the thing about psychic development. Everybody's got it. Everybody's got it. Some people like me, I was born, there was like a near-death experience. So to me, it was almost like that activation basically. And sometimes trauma can activate it. Sometimes a lot of happiness can actually activate it. Pure joy, that beautiful twin flame love that everybody wants. But the thing about twin flame love, it's really an energy within yourself. It is the energy that you reach within yourself, a vibration within yourself, that relationship that we have with everything, with the universe. And when your vibration is there, then hi, thank you for that little heart rest. When your vibration is there flowing, then whatever you want comes to you, you know? Um, yeah. Okay. So Taurus. Let's see what we got for you. Boop. That one. Cool. That one. Okay. I'm gonna take this one. Alrighty. Not that one. Okay. Taurus. Let's see. Taurus, you've got the Queen of Cups. Oh, I love this. This is awesome. The Queen of Cups. You know, let's go with the most broadest and most general message of Queen of Cups first. This is about what you're giving out is coming back to you. This is about the sort of like reciprocation of love, beautiful love, kindness, generosity. Um, that's beautiful sibling sort of love, you know. Like I've got two siblings, and that's the reason why I'm getting with the story, because what I wanna let you know is that for you Taurus, this is speaking about beauty returning to you in many different ways. So I have got two siblings, two sisters. My one sister is 2 years younger than me, and my other sister is several years younger than me. So I've got an incredible, beautiful bond with both of my sisters, and the one is in no way superior to the other, but it's two very different relationships, and we always speak about it, you know, because my sister that's 2 years younger than me, we grew up almost like a twins. And then the one that's much younger, you know, she was the one that sort of brought all the joy into our lives and, you know, gave me the experience, typical Cancerian that I am, to raise a baby. And so this is what it's speaking about for you, Queen of Cups, is that it's love, that it's special, it's all around special, um, but it's different. This is multiple blessings that are actually coming your way. Okay, so what I would recommend for you, Taurus, is to go into some quiet time. You know, to take some nice deep breaths, some gentle breaths into your heart space. You know, gently into your heart space. Just a gentle breathing, and just opening your heart space to receive. And you can even place your hand on your heart, Taurus, and feel your heartbeat. I mean, when is the last time that you actually slowed down and just felt your heartbeat? You know, that is so important. So that there is a contemplation for any of you that's watching right now. When is the last time in this world that has sped up so much in the last, sort of like 2 years? Everything has become so crazy. There's so much fear. There's so much uncertainty. Your body doesn't know what to do. Your hormones doesn't know what to do. Your genes don't know what to do. Your body is suffering. And when is the last time in all of the space of all this overwhelm that you just stopped, place your hand on your heart, and just take 3 nice, deep, conscious breaths, and just say thank you for the fact that you are still here, and thank you for those small blessings, which has now turned out to be the big blessings. You know what I'm saying? So for you, Taurus, this is beautiful. This is multiple level blessings that are coming your way in such beautiful ways. Open your heart. Don't be afraid to open your heart. Don't be afraid to let your heart shine. Okay. Um, there's a lot of beauty that is available for you right now, and for those of you, you may find that some beautiful things, Taurus, started to happen there in your life, maybe recently, or you started seeing beautiful things happening around in your life for other people, and you've taken joy from that, which is a wonderful way of creating. Um, this is beautiful because um, Taurus, this is just the beginning for you. Like there's so much more to come. You know what I mean? Remember, this is a reset, and I want to remind all of you all that's looking at this. This is the shift, and this is amazing. I got really excited when this happened. I was speaking to my best friend. I said, "Buddy, it's happening. The shift is happening. Like it's been happening for a while, obviously, but it's happening in an unmistakable way. You know what I mean? Like the unthinkable things are starting to happen. Okay." Even though I never really thought that social media is all that stable, but then again, you know, I can be a goof. Apparently, there's something very corporate going on. It's been going on since this morning. I didn't have a cooking clue about it. Okay, Gemini. I can't be bothered about details. You know, I haven't watched the news in years. I haven't read a paper in years because this is what they tell you. The world is doomed. You're gonna be doomed. Imagine watching that every day, and people's like, I must watch the news. You can get addicted to that. And then you want to know why you're so unhappy and why you're so sick and why your, terminal illnesses and things are increasing, and, sorry, just think about it. Sometimes we focus a lot on things like healthy diets and stuff like that. What are you feeding your mind? Because your experience of life is filtered from your mind, Gemini. Two of Pentacles, Gemini, these are changes, and these are nice changes. These are the kind of changes that you'll want to have, okay? Geminis, this is financial changes, but this is emotional changes. This is increasing confidence for some of you. And sorry, this is what I just wanted to say, because I realize I just sort of threw things out there now, like I'm talking to you all every day about the same things all the time. But here's one of the things, especially for you, Gemini, that can sometimes um, withhold you from experiencing the flow of money, the flow of abundance, the prosperity and the success that your heart desires. it's very difficult for you to sometimes make up your mind, Gemini, because the thing is, you've got a dual mind. And sometimes, when you look at your life in retrospect, sometimes you look at it like, oh, it's really boring. And other times you look at it, oh my goodness, what have I done? So there's a little bit of a tug of war that's happening for you with emotions sometimes, and that doesn't always have the best impact on your confidence. But there's increasing confidence here for you within yourself, within your skill, within your ability. And because you've got that, Gemini, the money must naturally come to you. The money must flow. The resources must flow. It doesn't just have to be money itself. It could be, like a job. But I feel for many of you, this is like a windfall. And here's the other thing to also think about. So I'm just going to make you an example. So I'm a Cancer Sun. Some of you may know that already. I'm a Cancer Sun. I'm an Aquarius Moon. And then my communication and my Venus is in Gemini. All right. So, so when you look at your Venus placement, that is normally about money and love. All right. So let's think about it like this. So let's say I look at my Cancer reading and I see everything over there and it's all nice. But then when I want to understand more about my inner communication, my throat chakra vibes, my heart, that sort of thing, love, then I maybe look at my Gemini reading. And because this is happening in my Gemini at the moment, this could actually lead to financial increase as well, even if things are not that great for my particular sign. But I feel, Gemini, you stepping into the thing where you're basically becoming irresistible. It's like, oof, when a Gemini flatter their eyes, I mean, at least I'm like, all resistance crumbles. But it's that inner spark that you have, Gemini. The thing about Gemini is that you have this natural ability to just shine. You know, it's when you look at Gemini, it's almost like looking at a canvas. Like it's like looking at a beautiful painting, like a Rembrandt, like a Van Gogh maybe, or like a Rembrandt. Um, it's that fusion of color, like wild pencil strokes. It's that fusion of color that brings that beautiful diversity to you. And I feel for many, you've suppressed this for too long. For many of you, you suppress this within your devices that you can't access now. Maybe put those devices in a box and put them away for a little while. Go out in the morning and smell the fresh air. Go take a walk if it's safe for you to do so. Keep a plant, something like that, or maybe keep a pet, but just obviously make sure that you keep it responsibly. Take a long bath with candles and like all sorts of bath salts and stuff. Us as human beings have come through so much in the last periods of time. There's been so much pressure, you know. The body's sort of tired, the soul needs a break. Take a nice bath, take a nice swim. Obviously always be safe, but light the candles. Make a nice meal. Have a date with yourself. That sort of thing. If you really want to be crazy, have a cutout figure and invite your cutout figure to dinner. That sort of vibe. Or, be 5 friends and 5 of you do that. Okay. Let me see what Lana Marks is saying. She said she thought it was her phone. I also didn't know about the social media. Guys, I used to be, one of my friends actually came to visit me today, an amazing friend of mine, Scorpio, and look at no, this is Gemini. But somehow this card, the System, the Light, CS Tarot, always gives me that Scorpio energy. It's interesting. So I was speaking to my friend today, and I was saying to him, like, you know what? I'm really not bothered, about anything really. I just let life happen the way that it happens. And I must say, in the last couple of years that I haven't watched the news or read any newspapers or anything like that, I find that, and I made a pact with the universe, I find that whatever information I need to know will come to me. I got that from Louise Hay. I remember she said it in one of her audios, I think, on an interview. Whatever I need will come to me in the time and space when it's right for me. And it took me a little bit of time to sort of like acclimatize to that, but it made all the difference in my life. I mean, I didn't know that Prince Philip died and, all those type of things. And, whilst obviously those are human lives affected by very human things, it's not really something that I needed to know, All right, so Cancer. Cancer, Three of Wands. Cancer, you're on like a good roll. You've been on a good roll here for a couple of, actually for a couple of months. I was going to say a couple of weeks. Cancer, you have been styling it astrologically, zodiacally, whatever the word is, like nobody's business. Like you've been styling it, Cancer. You know, that's really, really cool because this is you finally being at that space where you wanted to be, and it's almost like it's better than you imagined, Cancer. You know, and if you're in the space where you might still be running, I want to ask you to stop a moment and to take a breath, Cancer, and to just look around you and to focus on the things that are working around you, because sometimes we forget to focus on the things that's working around us. And at this particular point in time, there are so many things that are like sort of like calling for our attention, that in a sense we kind of have less time right now. So it's not that easy. But Cancer, you are where you're meant to be. So if you've maybe been thinking like, maybe you're meant to move, maybe you're meant to do something different, maybe you're meant to change something about yourself. This is literally everything being perfect the way that it should be, Cancer. This is really, really cool. This is you. It's almost like connecting with dragon energy, with like that fire energy, that earth energy. You know. Um, and I was saying in the beginning of the video, but I'll say it again. I would really recommend watching this video on a YouTube channel called Quantum Healers, and the video is called "It's Gonna Be Huge." It is. I've just watched the whole thing. I noticed that my messages weren't going through, and sometimes I can get a little bit panicky when I kind of have like one of my clients coming in. I can't reach them because I've got a regression hypnosis client tomorrow. But I wasn't bothered by it. In fact, I actually did like a whole hour meditation on delta waves right after that. That's how super chilled I was. And it's good because I'm a Cancer as well, and I can tell you, my fellow beautiful Cancerians, it feels amazing when you allow yourself just to chill, just to be, whatever that means. Okay, it's time to surrender. I like it. Oprah Winfrey says this. She says that she wants to surrender to the dream that the Creator dreamed for her when her soul, when her being, when her life, when her being human has been called forth into creation. And it's time to do that, Cancer. It's time to take the time that's needed to, if it means that you need to isolate yourself, as long as you are safe. You got to isolate yourself if that's what is required. Make a space as beautiful as you possibly can, and surrender to that beautiful dream that the Creator dreamed for you. Like some of you might know that I love fish tanks, and I'm in the process of getting myself a big, beautiful goldfish tank. Um, but when you create a fish tank, the way that I see it, it's like you're creating this universe for these beautiful fish that bring you so much pleasure. It's not just about throwing them in a bowl and hope for the best. And if they die, you flush them down the toilet and you get some new ones. No, 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 no. It's about honoring life. And sometimes I feel that, I don't know, maybe I started working on the wording for my website because I changed it. There was a delay with it. And I kind of make that comparison that, maybe we almost like a fishbowl or like a fish tank that is beautifully taken care of, you know. But surrender to the plan, surrender to the dream that the Creator's dreaming for your Cancer, because things sometimes, sometimes Cancer, you can be a little bit of a worry bee, and sometimes when we worry, we don't see the beauty of the moment. We don't see the blessing in the moment because, I mean, think about it. At where we are at the moment in the world, this is probably some of the most oppressive times that humans have ever endured. It it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. Um, but here you are. It's time to start celebrating yourself. Cancers, but everybody. It's time to start celebrating yourself. It's time to start celebrating the fact that there's a strength inside of you that is completely unsurpassed. Imagine if somebody told you everything that happened the last 2 years. Just imagine 4 years ago, beautiful sunny day, sitting outside in a cafe by the coast, maybe somewhere in France or something sexy like that, Dubai, something beautiful like that, Abu Dhabi, um, and somebody comes and gives you the story, you know, people locked down, the world locked down, um, you know, families being divided over what medical measurements should be taken and what measurements should not be taken. Um, just think about it. Like, you may have had a meltdown, but you made it through this. And I choose to celebrate that. And you know what I choose in my own life? I say to myself, you know what, this is going to pass. But for me, it has to be a priority to look after myself right now. And that I'm not talking about being selfish. I'm talking about maintaining the body, looking after my mental health, my emotional health, my bodily health. This is not a time to give yourself over. When I say over, I mean, this is not the time to go like slack on yourself. This is the time to really take care of yourself, you know? Dress up just to feel good for yourself. All right? Practice that self-love. I am enough. I am more than enough. Write it on your mirror. Be like me. I write that stuff on my mirror. Every day and every day I get better, better and better. And I do. You know? A year ago I didn't have the sort of confidence to have this conversation with me. I would have thought you guys thought I was freaks. Somebody just wrote me a comment, something about being a witch doctor and angels or something being sent to me. That would have freaked me out. You know what? I think it was actually just over a year ago where I tried to do my first live YouTube. I almost had a nervous breakdown. I was so nervous. And then these days I just stream all my readings live. And I actually enjoy it. It takes all the pressure off. Leo, let's see what we got for you. This one is looking out here. Let's see. Leo, 4 of Wands. It's celebration time. This is balance. This card is often called the marriage card in traditional tarot. I'm going to show you quickly. Leo, yeah. Yeah, Leo, that will be you. That will be you. Let's show off just a little bit. And that's what I love about my Leos. Oh, I love my Leos. Let me see, what is it? 4 of Wands is what I'm looking for. The marriage card. The marriage card. Pom, 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 pom. Pom, 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 pom. Yeah. You know, like a bad boy type of wedding. Pom, 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 pom. Like bridesmaids, kind of like breaking it down. See, there was the 3 of Wands we had earlier on, but we're looking for the 4 of Wands. It's probably going to be, yep, almost right at the bottom. No problem. No problemo. 8 is okay with that. All right. Where did I put this amethyst that was on top of this? So, here's why people normally call it a marriage card. And Wands is about that fire energy. It's about emotions, but it's associated with fire signs. You know, that Aries vibe. That it's about true emotions, and it's about a true emotional balance that you're having, over your Leo. A true emotional balance within yourself. So this is. Let me just put this back. Oops, 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 oops. So this is just speaking about that inner joy that you get within yourself. Early on, for one of the readings, we spoke about twin flame energy. I can't remember. I think it was Aries. I can't remember now. But we're speaking with you now, Leo. This is about that inner balance within yourself, that yin and yang, you know? Sort of like your divine male and your divine feminine, like your heart and your emotions and your mind and your logic, that sort of thing, you know? So this is the balance that you are getting over here, Leo, and this is beautiful. This is really, really beautiful, okay? Because when you get this sort of inner balance, in your outer world, you start having many things to celebrate. And when we just think sort of like at the time when, when Rider-Waite was created, it was like 1910, so they started working at 1909. The most wonderful thing that could have happened to you back then would have been to get married, so that is sort of like that sort of reflection of that over there. But obviously, we live in a world where you've got more options now. You know, a lady could go back through to Europe if like and be like an American. It's okay. It's not like it's not all that unacceptable anymore. And this is the kind of options that is coming up for you, Leo. It's almost like it's like a regeneration vibe, you know, like things are going next level for you in a very powerful way, actually, in a very powerful way. Very good, very nice. That is really quite something. That is really quite something, Leo, because it takes some time for it takes some time for a person to get that inner balance within yourself, because you have to face all your demons, and you have to face all your dragons. But I can't remember, I read it somewhere, I can't remember where, but it was saying that the beautiful things about fairy tales is that they let you know that dragons can be slayed, or they can be friendly, or they can be befriended. And this is what's happening here for you, Leo. This is sudden doors opening, prosperity, you know. Um, and I would say if there's anything that you can do to align with this energy, it's about happiness. Do something that makes you happy. Go run, bake cookies, whatever. Build a garden, paint a wall, dance, whatever. Go stand by the rocks and just sing into the ocean or the river. And if you don't have one, imagine that you have one. Put it on your screen and like imagine it, envision it. You know what I'm saying? Let me just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right. Yeah, Virgo. Guys, I'm actually enjoying this. I actually quite enjoy this. Okay. Let's see. Virgo. Virgo, King of Cups. L-O-V-E-E. Love. King of Cups, Virgo. This, Virgo, for some of you, you've kind of gone through, you've gone through some hell there for the last couple of months. And just a little bit of terror and horror on the side. For some of you, Virgo, things were tough this last couple of months. But it's almost like you that book Hero's Journey? It's almost like they were walking that hero's journey, where for those of you that are not familiar with hero's journey, it's like it's the cycle that you do, sort of like leaving home, going out to explore, meeting everything that you meet along the way and everything that you face and that sort of thing, learning your lessons and then coming back stronger again, like having learned the lesson. So you're able to love yourself in a better way because you understand yourself in a better way, so you can appreciate yourself in a better way. It's that thing of like every day and every way you're getting better and better, you know. And also, in order to reach the stage, this also means that you have to go into those dark sides. A lot of us sometimes, because it's called light work, we don't want to go into the dark side. We don't want to do the shadow work. We just want to love and light everything. Oh, it's going to be fine, love and light. No, it's not that easy. You got to do the work, man, because it's about the foundational patterns that you have. And your foundational patterns in your subconscious, that is what is creating your experience of life, your conscious experience of life. So if you're not slaying those dragons, then those dragons are slaying you. I mean, they're barbecuing you like nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? So you have gone through this, Virgo. You've gone through this journey. You felt this pain. You experienced this. You like, when you sort of get those beautiful stories on television sometimes, more like back in the day, where a very noble gentleman meets a wonderful young lady and then they have to go off to war and they're right, and etc., with all the dramas of war. But then in the end he comes back from war and he's healthy and he looks good. He doesn't look like somebody who came from war. He more looks like somebody who just sort of, stepped off the runway of like a Mr. World competition or something. But nonetheless, button shining and everything is there. But this is, going through that journey, going through that phase, going through those challenges. This is how you like that soldier coming back like that. All right? And in this space, a lot of doors will open for you, Virgo, because a lot of you have been very unhappy for a significant amount of time because you were looking for the light on the outside. And one of the things that can be very challenging for you in your growth is that you like to help, you like to serve. You've got that beautiful thing of let's serve and let's share and let everybody benefit. And I am all for that, like hands down, all for that, you know. I mean, in my dream world, I live in a community and we live off the land and we all help each other. And I just give people tarot readings and like crystal healing and, Reiki and regression hypnosis and all that stuff just all day long. Like, I'll be so happy, you know? But it comes from the way that you have it, Virgo. It's from the deeper understanding that we're having an individual experience, but we are not individuals. There is no separation. It is that point where we understand that separation itself is. It's an experience, it's a simulation, it's not real. And so you understand that by giving to others, you give to yourself. But this is that positive karma coming back to you now. Because some of you were very happy for other people when things happened for them, Virgo. But when you were happy for your friends and for all the other people and you forgave and all this sort of things, and you maybe made peace with the job and maybe the partner that you had or never had or whatever didn't work out and, all the perceptions about yourself and your life that are wrong and right and whatever. When you let that go, then things are working out for you. And this is where you are now. But you had to work through those things, and you did. And it's only by working through those things that you get to this point. So there's amazing things going to come from you because you're not looking for the light outside anymore. You are shining the light from inside of you. Your love for yourself is beautifully increased. This is amazing. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, Virgo. You keep on shining your light. Don't dim your light for nothing and for nobody. Okay? It's time to shine. Celebrate yourself. All those, nobody's saying that you shouldn't do things for other people. If that's your nature, that's your nature. Do away. Oh, we can benefit from a world where more people share with one another. But here's your challenge, and this is a challenge that I can't remember. Like I speak under a huge bit of correction here, but at some point there was a possibility. I wrote this book, and there was a possibility that maybe we'd film something about it, or like do like a stage play or something with it. And I think this is the guy who said it to me, like, you can do for others as much as you want to, but always you have to, whatever you do for others, make this your challenge. Do twice the amount for yourself. It really changed my life, As well as my rule, I will say yes to anything as long as I don't say no to myself. All right, Libra. Let's see what we got for you, Libra. Ooh, look at you, styling. You got the sun. This is the highest vibrational card in the tarot deck. Look at the numbers. 1 and 9. So 1, everybody always speaks about double one, new beginnings. But double one, who was it now for? Was it for Leo, I think? I just want to show you this, had the 4 of wands. So double one. It is about emotional balance. A balance between, divine male and the divine feminine, the yin and the yang. In order to get this balance, it means that you only get that sort of balance when you did the inner child work. And that means instead of complaining about the dark night of the soul, working through it, because, it's one of those things, if you're going through hell, you better kind of want to get a move on. You know what I'm saying? So you've got that energy here, Libra, with number 1 there, and then you've got number 9. Now, in numerology, number 9 is the end of a cycle. Number 9 is the end of the cycle, and then it starts by 1 again, so it's 1 till 9. And then if you do tarot, the same is for number 10. So number 10 is the gateway, but number 9 is the number of hope. Because when you turn 6 around, it becomes number 9. So when it's in 9, 9 is hope fulfilled. 9 is almost like the miracle already manifested. So where 6 is the miracle sort of in the process of unfolding, 9 is you living in the manifestation of the miracle. In fact, by living it, you're creating new stuff. You're creating beautiful new desires. You see? There's those beautiful blessings coming down and there's those upper desires. And we are raised in a world where we are taught that we shouldn't have desires. You shouldn't want stuff. If you want something, you got to work hard for it. You know, nothing comes for free. Money doesn't grow on trees when in fact it's made of paper, so it really does grow on trees. Maybe you should leave those trees alone. You know what I'm saying? This is a sign for you, Libra, and I love this. And I've been getting this repeating message for you for the last couple of weeks now. There seem to have been like a sudden turning point about, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, maybe 3.5 weeks ago. There was a sudden turning point for you, Libra, that was taking place. Beautiful and positive. There's a new way opening here for you. It's almost like you know when you speak of like a new world order, but like in a positive way, not like the freaky stuff. This is you aligning with that. Um, as we go from 3D to 5D, what happens is when you look at any zodiac sign can have the potential to be incredibly dark and to be incredibly light. Now, in the more 3D world, that is where we're more sort of like in the more dark side of the zodiac energies that we have the potential. But as we ascend, we go into the more light options, and this is where you get this Libra. This is where it comes in handy for you. So sometimes you would find yourself so thinly spread, trying to help everyone, trying to be there for everyone, and didn't always work out. Well, what is really cool for you now is that you're getting this opportunity, a Libra, to, to get a better understanding how to be more you, to serve, to give, to share, to help, to make people laugh, to make them smile, to be the beautiful person that you are in every aspect. And it doesn't just have to be that you give to humans, it's how you give to the collective consciousness. And a perfect way of giving, a beautiful way of giving, is also, you know, if you don't feel like sort of, you know, being all sorts of friendly and all those type of things with someone, at least just not be unfriendly, you know. Let's still honor their greatest good as our fellow cosmic siblings. And I feel that Libra, or whoever's looking at this, you've got the potential to make a really fantastic, incredible impact on the world. Okay? Everybody's born with the potential to be fantastic, to be amazing, to contribute to the world in incredible ways. Everybody's born with that potential. Everybody. Every single person. But it's unlocking in multitudes now. And it's unlocking for you, Libra. Okay? This is the, you know, it's so beautiful that for the first time in how long, the world is actually united by one cause. How beautiful is that? We are ascending together because we won. Whether we're fighting or whether we're not fighting, the bottom line is at least we're united in something. There is progress in my books. There's beautiful ascension taking place here for you, Libra. Many of you are some of the beautiful souls that came here to help with the ascension. Many of you, Libra. And so it's almost because some of you came to do the very difficult task of by trying to maintain balance, by trying to show to others, oops, sorry my baby, by trying to show to others, you know, how they can maybe have a better experience of life within themselves. Some of you had to take a lot of knocks for that. And it's almost like you know, it's almost like, you know, I don't really know how to put this. Let's make it very medieval. Say you go to war and you do something really heroic in the war, that sort of vibe, you know, save the king, all these games that human beings play. And then you get some sort of preferential treatment at the court. You know, there's a dinner in your favor or something like that. They have a toast in your favor. That's what's happening for you, Libra. You're getting preference almost like in going forth. And it's not about favoritism. It's like your soul is the most wariest than most people's. So that is why you get to go first. You know, it's like when you go to an ER room. like an emergency room. They're going to triage you. If and I mean, I work in an emergency room, so it might be very fatal to you that you cut yourself with a knife, but the staff is going to prioritize the person that may die of a heart attack, that sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Libras are going first. They need it. They need the healing. Okay. Let's see what you got for you, Scorpio. Let's see, Scorpio back one. Okay. Let's see. Page of Swords. Decisions, 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 choices to be made. What do you want next? That is a question that is very prominently being asked to you, Scorpio. What would you like to have next? What would you like to experience next? Okay? There's a lightness here for you. There's a lightness in your soul. You are basically benefiting quite a lot from the ascension. Because in a way, Scorpio, many of you would have heard me say this before if you've watched my channel before, but Scorpio is like that mirror that holds, but it's like that dark mirror, you know? You show to people the things within them that isn't serving them in positive ways, that doesn't honor their greatest good. And people don't always look kindly at those things, you know? I mean, Scorpio can walk into a room and upset everybody without even realizing it. All they went inside and got a cup of tea. But it is, Scorpio is, believe me when I tell you this, I say this with the most respect in the whole wide world. Scorpio is like that super vacuum cleaner, like they get right into the corners. And sometimes, also Scorpio, you're a water sign, like you're emotional. You sometimes take on other people's energy. You take on other people's pain. You take on other people's fear and their worry and their anxiety. You take on those things that are making them trippy. And they can tend to start leeching onto you without actually meaning it in any negative sense, but they can start really attaching to you, Scorpio, because when they spend time with you, they feel better, you know? And because they feel better, they want to spend more time with you. I say, hey, Jim, you want to come to my house this weekend for a barbecue, you know? Or, Sandy, we're going to get our nails done, or, us girls are going to go Harley Davidson, I don't know, hula hooping, whatever we're going to do. Would you want to come with us? And sometimes, Scorpio, for you, there's been many challenges that you think that you felt that these people are your friends, but then it doesn't feel like that to you. Here's the thing. Sometimes those people didn't actually realize what they were doing. But you've taken a lot of pain and you've taken a lot of knocks. But I feel that you're a nice stable ground, just like your boat it's balancing, you know? So the question is here, Scorpio, what do you want next from this point? It's almost like you're getting time. I feel that it's almost like you're getting time to breathe. Like you're getting like a little bit of a breather. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that you've got some options here. Don't just jump to the next rational. When I say rational, I mean rational between inverted commas. Don't just jump to the next rational choice, Scorpio. Because there's more options. And this is actually true for everybody. There's many more options coming. There are some light bulbs about to be switched on. Light bulbs that you didn't even know you had. I'm so excited. I'm going to start teaching this mind unlocking and psychic development course. Well, I was going to do it on my Facebook page. I'm going to have to see how I'm going to do it now. If Facebook's going to come back. But I've got a feeling it's going to come back soon. But Scorpio, I feel that some of you, it's almost like you feel like you need to make a decision, but there's some fear chasing you. Maybe you've got some responsibilities or you're working for a dream. But I just feel that I've got to let you know that there are options coming up, and they're coming up fast. It's not like you have to wait for them forever. They're coming up fast, okay? If you need to obviously make a decision, try to make the decision that best honors your soul. Check in with your emotions. But check all those boxes, check and triple check, really like double check. Check, and maybe ask another person's opinion, somebody's opinion, you know you can trust. Or pray about it. You know, ask the universe for help. Ask your guides for help. Our guides are always with us, but we need to ask them for help. You know, we need to welcome them in. They're not like the dark force. They don't just prompt their way inside. But Scorpio, I feel there's good things, there's good opportunities here for you. You may feel that it's the end, and it is the end. It's the end of suffering. You know, it's the end of a lot of challenges here for you. There's some bright ideas that are coming up to you. Pay attention to your dreams, Scorpio. Pay attention to epiphanies. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the same things that keep on recurringly happening. Because there's something there for you. Yeah? Okay. I am so glad that I got up to do this. I was like in bed. Sagittarius. This one? Okay. 9 of Wands. Hundethealer. Chiron vibes. Okay. If you don't know what your placements are, there's a link in the description. It says free natal chart. Give it a tick, check it out, do yourself a favor. I promise you it's awesome. It's not going to make me any money. It's not an affiliate link. I just like them. Okay. Sagittarius. You've had some pain here. You've spent a significant amount of time running away. Significant amount of time running away. From yourself. From who you need to be in order to be happy. Some of you had certain perceptions about who you should be because that is what signaled a winner to you. A person who's made it, or you know, was at least in the process of making it. But Sagittarius, your wound has now become your next step. What was once holding you down, what was once impossible, has now become your beacon of light. Like, you're strong, like you're making me smile. Like, I've got this thing, I grew up in the country, and when I was very, very young, what I would do is I'll sit on the porch out at night and it was dead quiet. There's like mountains on the one side, and if the wind was blowing, you could smell the ocean. And there's normally like a cool breeze in the air, very moist. And I'll watch the stars, and you could see the Milky Way, and you know, all these pitch black stars. There were no street lights. There were no lights. Actually, there's no electricity when I grew up. So, no electricity, no running water, perfectly fine. It was the best ever. It was the biggest blessing. I didn't even realize it. Your light is coming out here, Sagittarius. You have healed something huge. I just need to get I didn't know I was going to do this long. I just need to get a charger for my phone. Give me a second, please. Alright guys, sorry about that. Oh. I forgot to put the earphones in. Sorry about that, guys. My battery went flat on my phone. I thought this was going to be like a quick one. But we still would use Sagittarius. This is beautiful. This is a winning space. You know, this is the wonderful thing about healing. This is what I love so much about healing, what is so beautiful. When you heal something within yourself, it is like a light that switches on in the universe, that signals you for good, you know? I like in my regression hypnosis sessions, I always like to activate sort of like, you know, like activate your DNA, your potential, that, and you know, oh, sorry, it says Basa. All right, you can maybe just let me know if you can hear me now, please. I would really appreciate that if you can let me know. All right, so Sagittarius. I hope the bus sound is gone, guys. Sagittarius, this is really cool. This really, really, really rocks. You know, When we do the inner work, you always benefit. You always benefit. And this is you benefiting at this particular point in time. And I am celebrating. No, man. Okay, so I think let's just take the earphones out. I forgot to put them in the first place in any case. So you should be able to hear me now. I'm not even sure why I was wearing them. Well, I did jump out of bed for this because this got me excited. So let me just, I don't think I can write the message, can I? Nope. All right. Ah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Sagittarius. What can I say? You're like a picnic under starlight. That's what you are at the moment. I like that. Some of you, it's almost like you lived lifetimes within this lifetime. You know, some of you had it really tough. It's almost like I feel that for some of you, the agreement that you made on a soul level, it's almost like you, in many ways, assisted with the global ascension by having experiences in one lifetime, in a short period within one lifetime, that will normally span over several lifetimes. So you ascended quickly, quick successes, making big jumps, that sort of thing, you know, especially in the face of adversity. It showed to others what can be done, even if they didn't think about it like that at that particular point in time. It sort of, it shows what is possible. And it's quite a thing, actually, you know. It reminds that like within our deep subconscious for all of us, there's a plan for your life plan, your soul plan, your destiny, your purpose, whatever you want to call it, the reason why you came here. When somebody lights up around you like that, when they make those big quantum leaps, it reminds you of your own potential in a way. And this is why being jealous of somebody else is like the most insane thing in the world to do. Like, it is absolutely, absolutely ridiculous, because it builds a barrier around your potential. It builds a barrier around the possibility of your positive manifestation, you know. But when you can be happy for someone else, genuinely happy, not pretending to be, when you know, and you know, it's not always easy. It really isn't. I mean, some people are making it challenging, eh? But when you can find that way, that understanding that somebody else is it's also you, like you're one. I'm telling you, things are rocking. Like, your life just gets better. People, people, you know, when we come from that point of deeper honor and respect that everybody is part of us and we are part of everybody else. We don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to join any sort of charity or anything like that. People will just start to treat you differently, because our deeper communication with each other happens on a subconscious level. You know, it's like 95%. For some people, it's up to 99%. Right. Who says now? Capricorn. Capricorn, we're going to get this one for you. It's Three of Cups. Reasons to celebrate. Capricorn, this is such a beautiful energy to get for you. This is your reset that you got from your downtime. And remember, guys, and I want you to really bear this in mind. Okay, sorry, I just dropped some cards. I'm going to take these cards that I dropped for you, okay? I'm going to take those two cards for you, Capricorn, also. We're going to look at what they are. But with the number 3, first of all, 3 is about our allness, the beauty of who we are. You know, mind, body, spirit. Because, you know, sometimes, I mean, I remember the first time I heard that, you know, you're not a body with a soul, you're a soul with a body. But it's all part of the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, we're all part of the same thing. You get deposited back into the earth when you pass, whether your ashes got scattered or, you know, you've got a decent burial or somebody puts you in a bathtub and puts in some acid and pull the plug, the bottom line is you return back to the earth. You reintegrate with the allness. And then from there, new life springs forth again, you know? New animals are being born, and crystals are growing, and new plants are growing, and grass and whatever. We always reintegrate back into everything because we're part of everything. Even our death and our burials, they commemorate that, you know? So that is the allness of who we are when you sort of speak about the power of three. And when you actually study things like nature, and you know, to obviously to many degrees things like Wicca, then it's about it's about the connection with the earth, you know. I've been saying to people for years and years and years, like everybody just want to unlock their third eye, and you're listening to all these audios online and stuff like that. Start with the fact that you're human. When you celebrate your being human, everything else begins to work for you because your soul decided to come here, and it wasn't a sort of like a light, you know, like a little decision of like, oh, I think I'll just go pop around at Earth. There were decisions. There was a life plan. And when you celebrate that allness, that is the power of three that we're speaking about. And if you want to practice the power of three, you know, it's really, it's not so much something that you have to do as opposed to rather more like something that you have to acknowledge. So if you, for example, look at things like the title for this video, I have like 3 exclamation marks, 3 question marks, 3 stars, 3 hearts, 3 smiley face, 3 whatever, you know. It acknowledges my allness. It opens the door for me to communicate with my higher being, with my allness, and for my allness to communicate with me, to have a flow. Because just imagine how beautiful it is when you no longer see the universe like as above you, or you don't see God as like this, you know, being above you, but you're all part of the same flow, and you're always universally supported. Imagine reminding yourself of that often. That is what the power of three is about. And there's better things that are coming here for you, Capricorn. There are good things that are coming here for you. You know, this is you connecting with your soul family. You'll find that people start coming into your life, beautiful people, with beautiful healing and insight. And it doesn't mean that you have to sit around the fire in the moonlight, you know, and sing Kumbaya or something like that. But if you do, that's lovely. And I mean, I'd like to be there. Somebody's got to bring a guitar, and they shouldn't let me play because it's going to be terrible, but I'll sing. But as that circle is still growing for you, okay? There's more and more beautiful people coming into your life. So Capricorn, if you've maybe been feeling lonely, overwhelmed, maybe you want help. I feel for many of you, you want help, but you feel that nobody understands you, so you don't want to reach out for help because it's going to be a mess in any case. Well, there's perfect help coming in for you, okay? They're coming in. The star seeds are coming in to the soul family. Your heart is connected to their heart because you're all connected one soul. You know what I mean? You've got a contract together. And so it's your heart that is drawing the beauty into your life. But that is why you had to go through the cleansing process. Because you can't, you know, if you have, you know, you get those oil lamps with like the lampshade of it, like the clear lampshade. If you don't polish that thing, then the light is pretty dim, it's pretty dull, even if the wick is perfect and all those other things. And so, you know, you need it to be polished there a little bit. Let's see what are the other cards you have. Stability, financial stability. New prospects for emotional fulfillment. Okay? What is it that you wish to be emotionally fulfilled with? What is it that you'd like to have? Don't be ashamed, you know? Put it out there to the universe. I'm going to give you all an example. So, I'm 39 and a half now. And I'm pretty chilled with myself, you know? I've got a lovely life. I live on my own. I'm quite a kuna matata. What a wonderful phrase, you know? I'm good. And because people always want to ask, you know, so when are you going to get together and when are you going to get like married or what's going to happen? Obviously, there's more questions in my life because I'm gay. So there's more questions, you know. Not that it bothers me, but so I came to this beautiful realization that I don't really need to be with anyone. I'm okay on my own. And I would say that to people, I'm not really interested in getting married. And a very good friend of mine is an astrologer, and we looked at my chart and we really, really laughed because it confirms all of that. But I've kind of gotten to a point where I say to myself now, and I'm talking about maybe the last, not even 2 weeks, maybe, it might be nice to be with someone, you know? It might be nice to share my life. It might be nice to have somebody to go and make me coffee, you know? You have to be honest with life if you want life to give you what you want to get. You can't be trying to fool life and then want life to give you stuff. It doesn't work that way, all right? The moment your heart doesn't sort of like radiate on a pure level, then you fall off the track. Because if you're not happy, beautiful things can't come to you. It's really just that simple. So you want to work on being good at life. And you want to respect everybody, but be careful to not be so respectful of everybody that you forget to respect yourself. Because we have been taught that it's a good thing to disrespect ourselves. We give each other the most beautiful trophies and stuff for it. No? What are the things in your life that are not really serving a purpose? Imagine if tomorrow you had no more fear. Just imagine this. Imagine tomorrow you had no more fear. What would you let go of in your home, in your living space? What would you no longer keep in your living space if you didn't have any more fear? Really think about it. And it doesn't mean that you have to throw those things out, but, maybe put something on there that you represents joy. Like maybe like the color yellow. It's a nice bright color. Maybe that to you represent joy, abundance, miracles, blessings. Maybe like little round sticky notes. Stick them on there, the thing that scares you. You're not throwing it out or anything like that, but you're saying, you know what? I am open to having a more prosperous relationship with you. I'm open to a more beautiful option than this. I'm open to healing the pain that is holding me there. I'm open to healing the confusion, to letting go of what's holding me back. You know what I'm saying? Just a little whisper to life. There's no need to shout. The universe has got very good hearing. Aquarius. That one. Okie Aquarius. Neptune energy. The moon. Emotions. Some of you are a bit on an emotional roller coaster. Now what? How will I go? How will I now settle? How will I have control? Actually, I'm just kidding. I'm actually really kidding. But what I do get is it's almost like Aquarius, for many of you, you're not sure how to feel. And because you're not sure how to feel, it's like you're suppressing all emotions. Or you living in an almost fantastical sort of environment, like reality. You know? Sometimes when we don't know how to cope, our mind will conjure up something. Nothing wrong with that. I do it all the time. But I feel that for some of you, it's almost like you stayed in fairyland a little bit too long. Or in La La Land. Actually, that's what I got. What I got was La La Land, not fairyland. But some of you have been suppressing your emotions. You've been keeping yourself very busy. You've been working hard. You've been organizing this and charting this and charting that. Very much in control. This is a way of keeping yourself so busy that everybody can see that you're in control, so that nobody can see that you're not in control, but people might be seeing the cracks. I feel that the cracks have started to show here for you. And it's a good thing, because the light needed to shine in here. The light needed a way in for you. It's time to start feeling your feelings, Aquarius. It's time to start feeling those emotions. And if it means that you have to cry all night long on your carpet, well, if it's your carpet, then it's okay. And if you maybe either going to put it out tomorrow to you got a good vacuum cleaner or whatever, but it's time to let emotions go. Some of you are trying to hold on to things quite desperately here. Like, gotta keep control, gotta keep control, gotta keep control, that sort of thing. It's like the person who kills themselves when they have a mild heart attack by psyching themselves up so much, telling themselves not to get psyched up, that they then actually die from a serious heart attack where the first one would not have done anything much to them. It's time to relax. So time to take a breath and to take it easy. If you think, obviously you're going to be responsible, but if you think that you are taking a sufficient amount, so if you already feel that you're taking a sufficient amount of time out, double that. Okay, double that. Spend some time out in the earth, spend some time out in nature. Okay. Yes, you can get yourself some plants and everything, but don't use that as an excuse not to go out. Go out if you can. All right. As much as it's possible. Spend some time with nature, reconnect with nature. Maybe work with black obsidian is a good crystal to work with. Just take it in little bits and pieces though, because black obsidian can be a bit challenging. But it takes away that negative energy that you might have taken on. Because obsidian is formed when hot lava is spewed out of the volcano. So it hits the air and sometimes it's solidified before it hits the ground. So it's about fast sort of like transformations. And it helps to protect your aura. So if you, maybe Aquarius, you've been having trouble with maybe say like sleeping, very impacted by everything, because remember, you're the humanitarian. What happens to humans affect you. Humans you don't even know about, that cry out for help, that when somebody says, I wish there was somebody out there to help me, you feel that energetically, you feel that. Okay, stop running away from your emotions. It's not going to serve you very well. Some of you all are heading for nervous breakdowns. Gotta feel those emotions, let them flow. And some of you all, you mustn't be that stingy on yourself. That's what they're saying, okay? Pisces. Right. Let's see. Nope, too many cards. Can we have one card for Pisces, please? Let me take this one. Turn it around. What do we have? The Tower and the Eight of Wands. Emotional breakthrough. Finally getting there, Pisces. It's taken you a while. For some of you, it felt like you were in this dark tunnel and it was never going to end. You were like, I don't think I can take this anymore. I don't think I can do this anymore. Some of you were like, listen, I can't take this no more. It's too much for me. It was challenging. For some of you, it was very challenging, Pisces. There was a lot of depression here, a lot of down feelings. Some of you pretended that you were okay because you didn't want other people to worry about you. I feel that for many of you, Pisces, by this whole social media breakdown, but other areas in life as well, see where you got it. It's almost like you go into this complete panic and meltdown, maybe. And some of you do it internally. Like you manage to appear incredibly calm on the outside. That you want to be concerned about. Because some of you feel that you don't have control and you are blaming yourself for things that are not your fault. You are taking on responsibilities that are not your responsibility. This is not the time to wear out your soul. Okay? The body's tired at the moment. There is a breakdown here of walls that you built around yourself. There is a release here of generational pain and challenging and suffering. Sometimes when you felt heavy within yourself and you didn't understand why. You didn't know where it was coming from. It was their generational pain and challenges and things. It's released from you very suddenly. This is quick changes. But it's quick changes that leads to to inner balance, emotional balance. Your heart space is opening here. This is, when we speak about chakra balancing, all the way from the root chakra, all the way up to the crown chakra, and everything is beautifully balanced. This is that, you know, where the aura just sort of shines up like a bright silver sort of coat, like a mantle. All right. This is source intervening for you here, Pisces. There was a lot of you were very sad and very overwhelmed and feeling like losers, not even knowing why. There was heavy energy on you because you take on so much energy sometimes, Pisces. There's a lot of dark energy on you. Energy that just latch onto you because, you sometimes you're almost like a feather duster that goes around with people's emotions, like a feather duster off a carpet. If something is dirty, you just dust it off. But you forget to dust yourself off sometimes, to give yourself a breathing space. That's a release of that. Because that's holding you back. It's making it difficult for you to breathe, to have your optimum experience of life. Emotional, beautiful emotional balance, emotional breakthrough for you, Pisces. I love that. Right. So we're going to draw ourselves maybe 2 cards here from the Good Tarot, just a collective message. Yep. Let's maybe get ourselves a collective message there. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll use some tradition. Let's say another one. I'm just going to grab one from the top and I'm not going to look at it. So let's see what we got. 8 of water, which is the 8 of cups. This is about balance. This is beautiful. Okay. Oh, sorry, just to actually, my friend Rest put a comment up there about Osho Zen Tarot, which I love. I just want to clarify something, just for those of you that might not be sure. Because I sometimes see that people say that traditional tarot, like Rider-Waite, like what we're going to use here for our clarifications. I also have a course on that. It's a link in the description. And Osho Zen, they're the same, but they're not. Tarot focuses, traditional tarot, Rider-Waite tarot, and like sort of like from the earlier periods like Maasai tarot and those ones, they focus on the journey from birth to death. So they're about the human journey within the lifetime. Osho Zen Tarot, even though the cards and things many what correlates, it focuses more on that Zen of like being in the energy that you're almost like above the human energy, so that you don't have to reincarnate back into the whole karmic cycle. So that's sort of like the different things that the two of them focus on, which is really amazing because when you do a reading with the Osho Zen Tarot deck, I should do one for you guys one day. It is a completely different dynamic. It's amazing. It's mind blowing. It's fascinating. I should create a course on that. But I also want to create a course on how to start an online tarot business. So maybe I should do that one first. I don't know. I'll see. But this is about, this is almost like one of those spaces for you where you got this wonderful illness, and now there's more coming. Okay, that is basically what the 8 of Cups is about. It's about more coming. It's about realizing that you've got more potential. Have faith. Don't worry. Have faith. It's going to be okay. Okay, things are going to really be okay. I'm not just saying it. Things are going to be okay. All right, everything's going to shine. We got all the amazing stuff. Have faith, there's more coming. The best is yet to come. 8 of air, 8 of swords. Release from what's holding us back. Okay? Let's see what we've got for you here. Just finally with 3 cards, bottom of the deck, okay? Traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, we've got the 10 of Cups. We've got the 7 of Wands. We've got the Justice card. Some of you, there's good Things are going good on the home front, which I'm very happy about. There's families that have reunited over here. Peace that has been made. Maybe where there wasn't a way before, a way has been found. This is soul evolution. I love this. You know, I see maybe for some of you, you were more in the space before where you maybe felt like the victim. And I feel that's being worked on. So it's almost like, okay, so this is the wonderful things that we got now. This is the potential. All right, now let's fine tune things. You know, this is where a sense of maturity comes in, where we sit around the table with a piece of paper and a pen and a pencil, and we say, okay, what do we need to work on? All right, and it brings balance with justice here in the Libra period. So that's what I got for you all. I hope that you find great benefit from there. As I said, it went on much longer than I imagined. A lot of my personal reading clients, you know, and even my regression hypnosis clients have been saying that they either want to get themselves a deck of oracle cards or they got themselves a deck of oracle cards. And where do they start? And so I actually created a free course, a free online course for oracle card reading. And if you look in the description, there's actually a link for that right over there. And I'm first going to make myself a cup of tea. And then after I made myself a cup of tea, I am going to put in the thumbnails. Okay, so, or the timestamp, sorry. From my heart, namaste, love and light. Bye, beautiful souls.